Hey, what's going on, everybody? Give me just one moment. We'll get started here. I'm just going to go over an update, go over some of the storms we're dealing with now. What's up, Scott? So, hopefully everybody's having a good Memorial Day weekend. I know that it has not been the greatest weather. For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Zachary Hall, otherwise known as the Arkansas Storm Tracker. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. And this feed, this live coverage update is sponsored by Air Masters of Arkansas in Central Arkansas. They do all of my HVAC needs. Fantastic local company. And be sure to remember them this summer if you're having HVAC problems. We don't have any tornado warnings. It is 5:06 p.m. Sunday, May 25th. So if you're watching this on playback, please understand that this is from Sunday evening. We do have 3 severe thunderstorms, though. We've got one here that is moving to the southeast towards Prattsville, Poyen, moving away from Traskwood into also southern Saline County, moving into Grant County. This storm could have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts along with some hail. It's fairly strong now over Traskwood, but it's moving to the east-southeast away from Traskwood. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning headed for Whitehall and Pine Bluff, so a large part of Jefferson County. This storm, I've been monitoring very close because it has some supercellular characteristics to it. It looks like it's trying to rotate. Nothing too strong, but certainly something to monitor. They're southwest of Pine Bluff. You put it on the loop there, you can kind of see a little bit of the spin there. A couple of the storms have attempted to spin today. We do have severe thunderstorm watches across most Arkansas counties south of I-40, with the exception of a few southwest Arkansas counties. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning here south of Star City, in northern Drew County, southern Lincoln County. And that's kind of straddling the Drew and Lincoln County lines, headed east towards Winchester, kind of like that storm did the other day that we were dealing with on live coverage. So we'll watch that one closely. Lots of lightning in that. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well, and hail possible. And then our other storm moving away from Tinsman now towards Warren and Banks. This is another severe thunderstorm that's moving off to the east towards Warren. So if you're in Warren, please understand if you live in Wilmar or Monticello, over in Drew County, there's a good chance it's going to get pretty noisy soon. So if you're out and about, have plans this evening, please know that you have storms moving into your location. We have storms all over the place. I understand some of you watching probably don't live in the areas that I just talked about. But judging by the radar, I mean, you guys can see the radar here with me. We can switch to the Fort Smith radar. We can switch to the Little Rock radar, the Memphis radar. We've got storms all over the place with the exception of north central, northeast, and northwest Arkansas. And this activity is going to continue moving east, southeast with time. Whenever I put the radar in motion, you can see the rain, storms, lightning, wind, all that good stuff that's associated moving to the east, southeast. There is a tornado threat today in this part of the state. I think for now it's most concentrated here. So as these storms move to the east into this corridor, I think that's our best chance for a tornado today. It's a fairly isolated tornado threat. The issue with the tornado threat, it's not an issue, it's a good thing. But if you're trying to forecast tornadoes on a day like today, you have this surging area of storms moving to the east-southeast, which will eventually, I think, shunt any tornado threat for east central Arkansas. But these storms that are here in south central Arkansas, the ones we talked about earlier, near Pine Bluff, Monticello, Dumas, moving away from Tinsman towards Warren, essentially these storms right here have that brief tornado concern as they move off to the east into an area that's somewhat favorable for tornadoes. Today's not a big tornado day, but it's May, and May can just do sometimes whatever the heck it wants, really, in Arkansas. So I've learned that in my 7 to 8 years of doing this, that you just never can count out the month of May. You just can't. We are expecting more showers and storms overnight tonight. And I know that nobody wants to hear that, but we've got all kinds of thunderstorm activity off to our west in Texas and Oklahoma. And eventually, that's going to move off to the east towards Arkansas late tonight and into Monday morning. We're not going to get a break tonight into tomorrow morning. We might have periodic breaks, but the overall forecast period, into late tonight, Monday morning, and midday Monday looks soggy. And I'll show you in just a second what I'm talking about. I've got a model that I have pulled up here to kind of give you guys some clarity on the forecast. Once again, I want to remind you, we do not have any tornado warnings at this time, so I'm not ignoring anybody or any warnings. But this is what the radar looks like for now, this is a simulated model, so it's not an active data set. But these storms that we're dealing with now, as of 5:10, will eventually move out of the state later tonight. This is around 11 o'clock tonight. We could still be dealing with stuff in southwest, southeast Arkansas. But overall, the lead complex we're dealing with now is going to move off to the east, kind of like the morning complex did earlier today. And then we have more storms moving out of Oklahoma and Texas. And you can see that's a pretty healthy complex of storms moving east into Arkansas. This is for 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m., kind of in that time frame. So technically early Monday morning, storms moving out of Oklahoma and Texas, and this is going to continue into Arkansas. You can see tomorrow morning between 6 to 8 a.m., Memorial Day, it is going to be soggy out there. We're going to have plenty of thunderstorms, probably some thunder. It might be noisy early in the morning. There is a chance for some stronger storms, especially in southwest Arkansas tomorrow morning. You can see down here towards Texarkana, D. Queen, kind of that part of the state, I think is where the best chance is for a cranky storm on early Monday morning. But eventually this is going to continue moving east, and you can see by 8 to 10 a.m., this model thinks that a large part of the state will be blanketed in heavier rainfall, thunderstorms, and so on. I don't think the severe weather risk on Monday is very high. I think today is a little bit higher than Monday. Nonetheless, I'll keep an eye on it. I'm sure I'll be up early again tomorrow morning, just like I was today, watching the storms. So, and then check the radar, make sure we don't have anything. This is a little bit older of a data set, but I can also show you Monday afternoon too. As we move into the midday hours, so this is around 1 o'clock on Monday, noon, 1, 2 p.m., we could have some periodic breaks. It might not be a complete washout on Monday at times, but rain will be in the forecast. If you have outdoor plans, please plan for rainfall, especially in the morning hours. And then here, we'll fast forward a little bit. Here's Monday through the the mid-afternoon hours. From 3 to 6 p.m., north of I-40, your rain chances might be a little bit higher. Maybe in South Arkansas, we're getting that break. But I think it's possible that we could have additional activity kind of slide through Monday evening south of I-40, with more activity off to the west-southwest before on Tuesday morning. This is getting a little ways out there on the model data, so we'll see. We'll take it for what it's worth at this time. We might kind of dry out a little bit on Tuesday morning. So just to kind of put everything into motion for you guys and explain it, it does look like at this time we're going to continue dealing with the showers and storms tonight, especially south of I-40. We'll have more activity overnight tonight and into Monday morning, and it could last through the day tomorrow at times. It could be scattered before we might get a break on Tuesday. We could still have some rain in the forecast at times on Tuesday, but it doesn't look like today or Monday where we have widespread heavy rain for hours and hours. So hopefully we'll get a good break then. But for now, as of 5:13 p.m., it does look like at this time we have some severe thunderstorms. Hopefully we can avoid any tornado warnings. I was going to wait to go live if we had tornado warnings only. I don't usually go live for severe thunderstorm warnings, but I figured it was a good time to get on here, chat with you guys for a minute, kind of go over an update and let you know what's going on. So most of you have probably at some point today dealt with thunderstorms. Some of you, the models have been horrible. The models did not handle this morning very well at all. We did have storms this morning as modeled, but they were focused north. We missed out a lot in west central Arkansas this morning, which I'm not complaining that much, but I know that people are trying to plan around this, so it's frustrating on a holiday weekend when models aren't working very well. But the evening round right now has been modeled well. Storms are moving into central and southern Arkansas on time. So I do want to go over real quick before I answer some questions, because I see some comments over here on the chat. I'm going to go over severe thunderstorm warnings one more time, and then we'll look at the chat. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings as of 5:14 p.m. Sunday, May 25th. We have a severe thunderstorm warning now moving into Grant County near Prattsville and Sheridan. And this is going to have a hail potential with it, along with some strong wind gusts. We have another severe thunderstorm moving into Jefferson County now, so Pine Bluff, Whitehall, and this is moving east now. You can see the worst of it is there southwest of Whitehall. We have a severe thunderstorm warning on the Drew and Lincoln County lines between Monticello and Star City, moving on to the east towards Winchester. And this one could also have some wind and hail potential with it. We'll watch for that storm to rotate some, as well as it is moving into an area that could be somewhat favorable for tornadoes over the next hour, hour and a half. And then we have another severe thunderstorm warning, our last one on the board here near Tinsman and Banks, moving east towards Warren, eventually probably Wilmar and Monticello. Wind and hail also a concern with that. So no tornado warnings at this time. There is flash flood warnings for a large chunk of central Arkansas near the Little Rock Metro. Rain is still ongoing there, so be careful. We also have flash flood warnings up to the north, but rain is moving out of those warning polygons. But we have more activity off to the west here near Fort Smith, southwest of Fort Smith in eastern Oklahoma, that's sliding into western Arkansas still. But the bulk of the activity is here in central, southern, and southeast Arkansas, along with northeast Arkansas, as the backside of that main line that just pushed through continues to linger. So Jessica says, hi, Zach. Thank you for keeping us updated. Absolutely. I'm tired of this, guys. I'm ready for a break. M says, any chance of a tornado watch? No, we have a severe thunderstorm watch now until 9, and I think that will suffice, given what we're dealing with. Brandon says, what website are you using? So for radar, it's RadarScope. And then the simulated data that we looked at a few moments ago was on weatherbell.com. Zach's asking about Greenbrier. For now, most of the activity has moved out of Greenbrier, but there's still some shower and thunderstorm activity that can move in overnight tonight. Brandon said, is Fayetteville done? In the meantime, I think you're going to get a break in Fayetteville and northwest Arkansas, but we can have more showers and storms overnight and into Monday morning. Adelina asking about Pine Bluff. So you do have a severe thunderstorm moving into Pine Bluff now. I would definitely stay indoors. It's a pretty noisy storm. There could be wind and hail. It's not something you need to be outside. So if you live in southern Jefferson County, central Jefferson County, I would certainly encourage you to stay inside. Tiffany says, is Batesville done? No, unfortunately. We have showers and storms overnight tonight and into Monday morning as well. Sherry's asking about El Dorado. El Dorado's down here in south central Arkansas and Union County. You do, Sherry, you have storms off to your west and southwest Arkansas. The activity to your northwest will likely slide that way, which will give you some rain and thunderstorm potential through the evening, and then eventually overnight and into Monday morning as well. Chelsea, I think the severe weather concern tonight is south of I-40, so northeast Arkansas. Rumbles of thunder, rainfall possible, maybe gusty winds at times, but I wouldn't expect much in the way of severe weather in northeast Arkansas tonight. Jeremy says, sure wish you would get on. I'll get on a little bit, bro. I promise. I didn't know you guys were on. Yeah, Brandon, I was watching some of it earlier. I hope the Hogs get it done tonight. I know they didn't have the greatest start, but they're a pretty good team, so we'll see what happens. So Maylin's asking about Hamburg and down in Ashley County. There are some storms down there now, and you're going to have more activity push in soon. But for now, nothing severe in Ashley County. Yeah, no, definitely. Christian says, is the tornado threat pretty low overall everywhere? Yeah, for most of the state, outside of this little corridor here, from Helena, West Helena down towards Dumas, Monticello, Greenville, kind of this part of the state. This is where the only part of the state where I would say that there's kind of a tornado threat here short term to watch. But the rest of the state, yes, I think it's pretty low. And it's not real high there either. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just something to watch. Haley says, will there be a breakup in storms in Little Rock where you think, yeah, you should get a break here in a little bit, hopefully, but especially before the late night stuff moves in. Might be some rain lingering, but like severe weather, yeah, definitely. Marina, yeah, we just talked about El Dorado. There's chances tonight for rain and storms. Rhonda says, is Greenwood in the clear? There were some storms there southwest of Fort Smith that might impact Greenwood in a little bit, but you're going to have more showers and storms in Greenwood overnight tonight. Zach says, can I sleep through this tonight? Yeah, tonight is not a night to stay up and panic, for sure. Rain and storms are possible. Southwest Arkansas might have some little bit more cranky storm action in the morning, but yeah, guys, tonight is definitely not a night to stay up in concern. I promise. The biggest severe weather concern is happening right now. I mean, we have severe thunderstorms on the board. This was expected, but tonight it's not expected. Tammy, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't looked beyond 3 or 4 days right now. With how active we've been with severe weather, I haven't even had a chance to think of a 10-day forecast. I'm just being honest. Once we get to Tuesday, I will relay to you guys kind of what the next 5 to 6 days looks like. Hopefully we get a break. Melissa says, is Northeast Arkansas done? Melissa, unfortunately, we have more rain and storms possible tonight and into Monday morning, but as far as severe weather concerned, there really wasn't any severe weather concern in that area. But yes, tonight there's no severe weather concern, but might get more rain and storms late. Haley, the concern for severe weather in Little Rock is extremely low right now. It's moved east-southeast from you. Linda's asking about Crossett, which is down in southeast Arkansas. Yeah, so if you're in Crossett there, southeast Arkansas and Ashley County, you have a lot of activity to your northwest and to your west that will likely impact you through the next several hours, overnight and into Monday morning. Michonne is asking about Stuttgart. So Stuttgart is up here in Arkansas County. It's about to get stormy in Stuttgart, but I think the worst severe weather concern is to your south, especially down by Pine Bluff, Star City, Dumas, Monticello, and those areas. So, guys, once this main line of storms, you can see here, this sweeping line, it's moving off to the east-southeast. Once this kind of passes your area, your severe weather concern short-term goes down quite a bit. And then, of course, we have this activity, these organized storms that are kind of out ahead of the main line that we're really watching close as they move off to the east. Phillips County is included in that. Yeah, so Phillips County, we have to watch those storms south of the main line there, especially in southeast Arkansas. Mary's asking about Little Rock tonight. We do have thunderstorm chances overnight tonight in Little Rock and into Monday morning once this round passes us. Trace, I'm not expecting severe weather in northwest Arkansas tonight. Very low risk. Not saying it's impossible, but I'm not expecting any widespread crazy stuff. Teresa, I do think that we will have some rain chances on Tuesday, but they could be very scattered, so nothing to cancel plans over at this time. I'll let you know if that changes. Kim says, thank you for keeping us up to date. Absolutely. Anna's asking about BB, which is up in White County. You have rain and thunder going on now in BB, but the worst of it is well to your south and to your southeast now. With more rain and storms are possible overnight tonight and into Monday morning. Melissa, if you have some photos, send them to my Facebook or tag me on Twitter. Guys, if we have... I think if we have any tornado warnings, it would be within the next couple of hours. So if we do have some tornado warnings, I will hop on and go live. For now, we don't. Of course, watching these storms down here, this storm on the Drew and Lincoln County line is awful peculiar looking. Looks kind of supercellular-ish. They're north of Monticello, moving to the east-southeast towards Winchester and Reed. So we'll keep an eye on that one real close. And then this storm here north of Hermitage near Warren and Banks, watching that one close. We've got a whomper of a storm moving to Jefferson County now. It will be in Pine Bluff. It is in Pine Bluff now. Moving over Whitehall as well. And then right behind it, we have another strong storm in Grant County moving towards Sheridan. And then we've got all kinds of strong thunderstorms from Memphis all the way down to England. That's moving off to the east-southeast towards Helena, West Helena, Lakeview, Elaine, Gillette, DeWitt, Elmira. And then all kinds of popcorn showers and storms here in southwest Arkansas too. So everybody south of I-40 has something kind of lingering around them right now. Mary, I'm not expecting significant severe weather in Little Rock overnight tonight. You could have rain and storms, but nothing prolific is expected. Brittany's asking about Van Buren. So Van Buren's kind of like Little Rock. There is going to be some rain and storms overnight tonight and into Monday morning. I think the severe weather risk is very low, but it could be noisy with more thunder. So I wouldn't expect a whole lot in Van Buren in the way of tornadoes or anything like that. Misty's asking about Hot Springs. It's storming in Hot Springs now. I think the worst of the risk, though, is starting to transition east-southeast of you. Garland County is under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. So we'll watch it, but for now, any imminent concerns is southeast of you. Haley's asking about wind. So wind is up here west of Memphis, right here. If you're in wind, the worst of it is passing you to your south and southeast now, especially south of Little Rock. Probably some thunder and wind, still some rain lingering, and we could have more of that overnight tonight and into Monday morning. Don is in Fort Smith, same as Van Buren. Rain and storms right now ongoing. We could have more activity overnight tonight in the Fort Smith, River Valley region in general, and into Monday morning, but the severe weather concern is low. So if you live in the River Valley, West Central Arkansas, your severe weather concern overnight tonight isn't real high. It's not zero, but it's not high. Yeah, you get a storm, you get a storm. Donna's asking about Benton County. Yeah, so Benton County, more rain and storms are possible overnight tonight. But overall, the severe weather risk doesn't look real high. We just talked about Benton County, so Lisa, hopefully that answered your question there in Lowell. So, Zach is in DeWitt. DeWitt. We have storms and whatnot moving into DeWitt, but it's not severe at this time. Storms are moving through Arkansas County in general, but it just looks noisy right now. They don't even have severe thunderstorm warnings up for wind or hail or anything like that. Yeah, Christian said it's going crazy in Marianna right now. Yeah, I bet. Marianna's right up here in eastern Arkansas, not too far from Memphis, Forest City. These storms, guys, to me are more than anything, they're just noisy. You know, they have hail, the wind, picks up at times, a lot of lightning. It's been really noisy at our house all day. Anytime storms have moved through, the thunder has been pretty hellacious at times, that's just the way it is sometimes, especially in the summertime, late spring. It seems like that thunder has a little bit more pop to it, but it can get real noisy if you have a temperature inversion. So Jenny's asking about Jonesboro. Yeah, there's activity moving through Jonesboro now, but the severe weather risk in Jonesboro is extremely low. More rain and storms are possible overnight tonight and into Monday, but the worst of it is certainly well away from Jonesboro. M says, will this flooding be anything like the flooding in 2019? Lord, I don't think so. That was horrific. I don't think so. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to hop off here and just kind of watch the radar. If we have any tornado warnings, I will hop back on and discuss that with you. We really, just to kind of finish up, the only storms really with any, I think, legitimate tornado concern, or the only area with a tornado threat at all right now is really in this area as storms move off to the east, southeast, east central Arkansas. This activity here is moving to the east, and this is going to shunt tornado concerns, in my opinion, if it doesn't have any imminent tornado concerns with it. It's really filling in now. So these storms down here near Monticello, Tinsman, Winchester, they're running out of time to cause big problems when it comes to tornadoes. So hopefully that stays the case and we don't have any warnings or anything like that. Guys, I know that these storms might sound scary when they move in and stuff, but I promise there's a lot more bark than bite today. With the thunder and the hail and the gusty winds and stuff like that. So I'm going to attempt to enjoy my Sunday evening with family, but if we have tornado warnings, I'll hop back on and we'll go over it together. And I'll have an update on Facebook here in just a little bit when storms kind of start to move through. Because I know people don't watch the live videos. They only look at the post. No problem. It's whatever. I'll have a post up in a little bit that you can read to kind of give you a synopsis of the overnight forecast and into Monday morning as well. So my name is Zachary Hall, otherwise known as the Arkansas Storm Tracker. Thank you guys so much for watching this update, and I hope I don't see you. I hope I don't see you again tonight with warnings, but if I do, we'll catch up on that later. So.